call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up. You know what's up. You know pretend. You know the lie. You know the game. You know what's up.
Crazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in the ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. My I win and alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Sharek, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money, ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
On the set.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much here as he'll get into the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On second down, Mostert. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Ojabo. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Off a play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had a good drive going their first time out, ended with the interception. The good news is they get kind of a mulligan because we're still at 0-0.
They certainly do, and you notice he spent a lot of time on the phone. You know, I know he wasn't talking to mom and dad on that when he was talking to the eyes upstairs, talking to the coaching staff. Guaranteed, what did you see? What was I doing? How do we make sure that doesn't happen again in this ball game?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this throw will be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll start at the 40, so he's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. We're scoreless after one. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Devin Duvernay came into the NFL with the reputation of being a playmaker, and he lived up to it in 2021. All-pro return man, led the league in punt return average. Baltimore.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On play action, here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Here we go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down at 4. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 2 and now on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 39, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Hey, what's here? Striker, 3-3.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now that fourth down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The goal. Try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Slot man moves right. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 33. Play fake. Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown! Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Armour-Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way. Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Bridgewater now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Bridgewater. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down every time I